Of August 27, 2023, an old agreement about science and technology between the United States and China ended. This has caught people's attention because it might affect research and new inventions. The agreement began in 1979 and helped both countries work together on science projects and shared research centers. The agreement came about because the United States and China were trying to make their relationship better. It started a long time ago, in the 1970s, when their leaders were trying to become friends again. This agreement was important because it helped them cooperate by doing scientific research together. This way, they could work as a team without getting too tangled up in political issues. Technological collaboration was necessary, as this encouraged nations to grow toward a better future together. But why is the collaboration that was crucial back then now being demolished? The reason for ending this agreement points toward China's changing status in the world. We will come to that later in the video. Let's first discuss how the agreement benefited China and the US. During its early years, the agreement primarily facilitated information exchange and symbolic collaborations. However, as China's economy and scientific output flourished, the agreement's impact grew significantly. Collaborative on topics like preventing birth defects and renewable energy underscored the practical benefits of joint research. The collaboration expanded beyond government agreements, with researchers from both nations forming strong ties around common interests. The agreement laid the foundation for a new era of international scientific collaboration. In the 2000s and 2010s, the US-China scientific collaboration accelerated, resulting in joint research projects, increased student exchanges, and collaborative publications. However, the growing economic and technological prowess of China prompted concerns within US government agencies and Congress. China's transformation into a scientific powerhouse became a concern for the US. The US came up with many ideas and reasons to end the collaboration, and one of the famous reasons that the US gave was that China's technology is accompanied by military advancements and heightened political influence. The US mentioned that this can lead to apprehensions about intellectual property theft, national security vulnerabilities, and trade secret violations arising from the close ties. But was it correct? The US was only paranoid about China becoming the new powerhouse. The US has been the world's leading country, and when the agreement was signed, China was not expected to become a huge competitor to the US. Back then, China wasn't that great in technology, but things changed fast. China grew stronger, and the United States started worrying. They were scared that China might become even better than them in technology. They didn't want China to become the new boss in that area. The United States felt paranoid about China's growing power in technology. Now, if you think only China kept working on itself, and the US was doing nothing, then you are wrong. The US was spending all its time creating China's reputation. Yes, you have heard it right. The US spends most of its time and efforts to make China look bad, and this helped the US end the technological deal. But how and why did the US do it? The United States began saying things that made China seem like a potential troublemaker in technology. They talked about China stealing ideas, hacking into computers, and spying on others. Even though China was doing well in technology, these stories made people wonder if China could be trusted. When countries say things about each other, people remember. Even if things change, those stories stick around. By making China look a bit suspicious, the United States was trying to leave a mark that's hard to erase, as the US was a powerful nation. It was strong enough to make people trust its words. This made it harder for China to show how great they are at technology, even if they do amazing things in the future. This strategy isn't just about technology. It's like a big chess game. The United States might want to keep its important place in the world, and this strategy helps with that. But it also affects what other countries think about China. Building a narrative can change how countries work together, trade, and help each other. And recently, when the US said that because of political tensions, continuing technological collaboration is not possible, many people believe that. But those who know the trust know that it's not China's fault. The US itself is very paranoid of China and does not want to accept it. In recent years, the US has adopted legislative measures such as the CHIPS and Science Act as a strategic response to China's expanding capabilities. These measures aim to enhance the US semiconductor industry's competitiveness while safeguarding advancements in artificial intelligence and electronics from potential misuse. But China remains a winner. Amidst these developments, the expiration of the US-China Science and Technology Agreement prompts thought on the future course of collaboration. The expiry of the agreement and the subsequent unwillingness to renew it highlights a shifting global landscape. China's fast-paced research publications, engineering graduates, and research investments have created a new dynamic in the field of science and technology. As both nations hold on to their roles in this evolving landscape, it is essential to reframe cooperation as a mutually beneficial work. Formulating a new agreement that views science as a shared global resource can pave the way for innovative partnerships, ensuring that both countries continue to contribute to advancements while addressing shared concerns. The expiration of the U.S.-China Science and Technology Agreement marks the end of an era of scientific collaboration that has spanned decades. While uncertainties dominate regarding the renewal of this agreement, the evolving global context demands a proactive approach that acknowledges China's rise as a scientific leader. By embracing cooperation that promotes mutual benefits and addresses mutual concerns, both nations can chart a course towards sustained scientific progress and technological innovation. In this complex landscape, diplomacy and collaboration remain crucial. It can enable the world to reap the rewards of shared knowledge and innovation. Also, when people think that China might be a problem in technology, it affects how the U.S. works with China. What people believe, the stories they hear, and how countries get along play a part in the choices they make. Even though the U.S. and China might still work together a bit, they will be careful about it. The U.S. is more interested in protecting its place as a leader in the market, and China threatens it. China's ability to surpass the U.S., which it already has, makes the U.S. end all sorts of collaboration with it. This means that it might be hard for them to do a lot of work together without facing challenges because of the complex way the world is right now. The big question now is, what does China want? China can do things on its own. It's capable of working by itself. While China is open to collaborating with others, how the United States treats China might affect this. China has its strengths and can achieve its goals independently. It's not reliant on other countries for progress. However, China does believe in teamwork and working together with different nations. But if the United States doesn't treat China well or is not respectful, it might make China less interested in collaborating. The way countries interact and treat each other matters a lot. If the United States doesn't show understanding and respect, China might not feel encouraged to work together. So the relationship between the two countries plays a big role in whether they will collaborate effectively or not.